Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we need to do a little bit of repairs here, particularly on the Hunchback. That could take a little while. So let's get started on that, shall we? We're going to have our financial report right away, so that's fine. We're still going to stay on Generous, because I like that tech point, and the morale bonus is not bad either. So we're going to stay on that for right now. I'm not really hugely concerned about our current financial situation, but we definitely need to do something quite soon. So the Hunchy will be done in 5 days. And it is done now. Fantastic. Let's take a quick look at our mech warriors and look at doing some training. Excellent. So far so good. Hello, we can grab a 6th point of gunnery for Plato. That is a rather big deal. For Showboat, I think we will go for... maybe for Tactician? Or maybe for Guts. Or rather, for Piloting is what I meant to say. I don't know why I was thinking Guts. We don't need any more Guts pilots. We've got a couple of Piloting pilots right now and 1 Tactician. I think we'll get a 2nd Tactician pilot for right now.
Training confirmed, Commander.
There we go. Squire is still in training, of course.
What's up, boss?
Okay, so that all looks fine. Let's double check the mech bay, make sure everything is fully repaired. It looks like it is, so that means that we are ready to deploy. So let's just see what we've got. Well, we've got some interesting options in the 2-skull category. Defend base, which I will pass on, an assassinate, and an ambush convoy. This isn't a huge amount of pay, which tells me that this is probably not that big of a conflict, as opposed to this one. A defend base with that kind of pay on 2 skulls, that's spooky. I don't like doing defend base or escorts anyway, so I tend to avoid those. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this assassinate. Like, we're gonna get ambushed for sure. I mean, maybe we should do this ambush convoy? We do have 2 relatively fast mechs. Our Hunchy is gonna be left in the dust, though, the moment we actually hit them. So it's gonna kind of, to some degree, whether we're successful or not, depend on where we land, which is completely out of our control. And this is in an urban environment, so we're not going to have good sightlines. I mean, our stealth and our Vulcan should be more than capable of chasing them down, right? In theory. So maybe we should give this a go. What's the worst that can happen? Let's see, it's like 150k for a priority salvage and 4 regular salvage. I think that's worthwhile. We'll accept that, and we are going to bring this pretty much as is. I definitely want to bring our best pilots for this, because this could get a little out of hand. So we'll deploy this, and we'll see if we get any allies. I still find it strange that our Lance rating over here is really not anything. Like, it's irrelevant. We have half a pip, and we're tackling 2-skull missions, in some cases with a little bit of sweat, but in most cases with no sweat. So we need to destroy the convoy and escape, with a secondary objective of destroying the convoy guards. We maintain a very accurate registry of all military convoys on this planet. Recently, an analyst spotted something odd, a convoy that wasn't accounted for anywhere in our records. It's been regularly traveling along one of our standard logistical routes and using our logistical comms, which is how it evaded detection for so long. Our signals intercepts tell us they're local government drivers, so we have to assume they're smuggling right in our own backyard. We don't want to spook them with our own military comm chatter. We need an independent force to intercept and destroy them. Clever smugglers hiding in plain sight. Now that their cover's blown, they'll probably call for military backup. Yes, indeed they will.
Command interface initiated.
So Okay, the denial zone's right there. According to these survey maps, you should be able to see the convoy's route from this location. Once you have eyes on them, destroy the vehicles. Any other units are at your discretion, but there shouldn't be much opposition. Famous last words, Commander. When you're ready for pickup, I'll meet you at this LZ. Okay, so this is the denial zone right here. And this is the recon point. They're probably going to stick to the road. So I'm thinking we send the Hunchy immediately towards the denial point.
On my way.
And then we send our other faster mechs up this direction.
Our target is within sensor range.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting ambushed. That's expected. Okay. There's number 3 from that building. Okay, only 3. We see a Wraith. We see a Sestrus. Vedette. Light SRM carrier. Scorpion, Streak SRM, and a Bradford, and a Clint.
Standing by.
And of course, we need to eliminate these ambushers. First things first, we're going to move the Panther over here. And the Panther is going to focus on this building.
Roger that.
Okay.
Receiving you.
We're going to take our Vulcan over here to break LOS, as best we can, anyway. And we're going to finish off this building.
Acquired.
Okay. So there we go. That does open a line of fire to the Wraith. So we'll have to keep that in mind.
Yep.
The Hunchy is going to sprint forward over this way. And the idea here is that the Hunchy can fire on this large corporate building, or perhaps this infantry rifle platoon, in fact. Yes.
Firing.
Okay. So that rifle platoon is destroyed.
That one's gone.
Excellent. So all that's left is this building. And we can still move the stealth over here and light this building up.
Engaging target.
Did that destroy it? Yes, it did. Okay, good.
Fresh real estate available.
Okay. So that Clint just jumped to what building? Up over here. Okay. Illumination. That's
Light damage.
not a huge deal right now. Okay. Nothing to the Vulcan. Okay. So we're definitely pretty heavily outnumbered right now. We need to start working on
Orders.
evening this up a bit. So first things first, I'd like to jump up here for the evasive pips. We are weak side in the right arm, so we want to face this direction. There we go. And then the question is, who do we light up here? Bradford has 352, 256, 288, 384, and of course there's that Wraith. The Wraith were definitely better off backstabbing. Now I believe that the Sestrus is an escort unit, and it looks like it is indeed. Ooh. I was hoping that that PPC would miss with our 3 evasive pips.
Now that was a heavy hit.
Yeah, it sounds like we had no such luck.
I'm your spaniel.
Well, we'll take our Panther. Panther can't really do anything. Where was that? Okay, we can actually fire on something from back here. And it's just going to be a pot shot on the Clint, looks like. Odds are quite low. And did not happen. Okay, the Clint jumped. Fired on the stealth. I'm not surprised that that hit, since we only have the one evasive pip. Okay.
What do you need?
The Hunchy is going to come up this way to engage. I'm not sure, though, but I think that the convoy is coming this direction. They might cut through here. I don't think they're going to go all the way around this loop. So that means that the Hunchy, if we engage up over here, the Hunchy is not going to be effective in fighting the actual convoy. But that may be okay. That is a lot more hits than I was hoping for with the evasive pips.
Bad one.
And now we have no more evasive pips. This is quite bad, actually.
Settlement down.
Okay, machine gun ammo explosion. I think it crit the engine. I don't think it destroyed the engine.
Commander.
That was bad luck, honestly. That was very bad luck. Well, we're going to jump in back over here. The Vulcan is not,
Engaging jump.
strictly speaking, necessary to our composition. Let's take out this vedette, if we can.
Primary target is
That's a primary target, huh?
keep it up.
Interesting. Okay, some illumination there.
Armor holding.
I really thought that 4 evasive pips would be enough to, you know, dodge something. Like this. Like, this is completely fine. It was just bad luck. That's all that was. So that's more like what it should have been. Okay, so the Wraith jumped onto this building. That's fine.
Yes, Commander.
We're going to bring the Panther. What can we do here? We could move the Panther here,
Confirmed.
and that allows us to fire on the Clint. Our hit odds are still quite low, but we'll give it a go. We actually hit. Clint jumps off of that building, but otherwise does a whole lot of nothing. Okay, we're going to sprint forward with the Hunchy, because the Hunchy is looking to attack this Scorpion. Our hit odds aren't amazingly high, but we'll give it a go.
Confirmed.
Okay, decent damage there. These guys are still moving around over here, but that's okay. I'd kind of like to jump in behind the Clint
Lifting off.
and see about doing some real damage here.
Roger.
Okay. How much did we actually do is the question.
They got a sensor lock on me.
That's fine. Yeah, that's not very relevant in terms of how much damage that did. Okay. And they're firing on the stealth. This should do very little. It did 5 damage. That's fine.
Damage minimal.
Scorpion pulls back and does nothing. Wraith jumps up on the building. Fires on the Panther, but it missed with the PPC. That's the important thing. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
So we can move our Panther at this point. That Vedette is there. Let's step forward.
Position confirmed.
What are our hit odds on the Wraith proper? 44.7 and 29.2. Or we can go for the building. That's 150 HP though, because it's a military building. So I think we're going to go for the Wraith proper.
Here it comes.
We hit the building anyway.
Damage.
Okay. Okay, they're firing on the Panther. That's fine. We actually didn't damage the building, interestingly. If we attack this guy, what are our odds of actually killing him? Pretty low, but we can do some real damage, in theory. What if we were to offensive push? I think that lowers our hit odds too much. We could Vigilance, though. We're going to be losing our evasive pips anyway, so gaining Guarded and Entrenched might not be the worst thing. And then we can fire on this guy. Okay, we crit the medium laser. I was hoping that we would do more there. He's panic level critical, though. We could maybe push him into ejecting. Okay.
I'm here.
So, the idea here then would be, well, we can't actually get through there. I was hoping that we'd be able to take the Hunchy over here and attack him, but we can't get through those buildings, so we're going to have to bring the Hunchy up over here and fire on the large military building.
Aye, aye. Engaging target.
There we go. We'll take that down,
Destroyed.
and he just took 110 damage there. Okay. That's fine. The real problem, of course, is that the convoy over here
Might say,
is escaping a bit.
barely hit, Commander.
Ready for orders.
Okay, so we're going to bring the Panther over here, and we're mostly going to sink heat this round. There we go. Oof. They're really focusing on the stealth.
Okay.
That was an engine
That
crit.
was really bad.
Okay. Yes, that was. We could jump potentially over here and backstab the Scorpion. We'd have 4 evasive pips, and they'd be hard-pressed to get behind us. That'd be the idea, anyway.
Roger.
Okay, the Scorpion is out of here. The Clint jumped and fired, but missed. Okay. Clint just improved distressed. Yeah, I'm still concerned about these vehicles, to be sure.
Standing by.
We're still relatively tied down by all this, but we're going to start moving the Hunchy over towards the denial zone.
Confirmed.
I hope the Vulcan isn't destroyed. I do like that mech. Okay, no damage to the stealth. And we're mostly just going to keep using the stealth as a distraction. If the stealth gets straight up destroyed, though, we've got a problem. We rely heavily on the stealth, and we can't really replace it.
Roger that.
So that's definitely something we have to consider. Okay, 10 damage. That's fine for now.
Minimal damage.
Enemy flanking.
Yep, that's fine. They missed. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Wraith is there, the Sestrus is there. This guy moved here. I'm still concerned about rear arc attacks, which is why I'm going to stand here.
Move into position.
And rear arc attack the Clint again. This could very well destroy the Clint.
All well.
We crit the engine core twice, but we did not destroy it. It's a little unlucky. Okay, they're continuing to attack over there. Yeah, it's a little unlucky that we didn't hit with that Clint. Or we didn't destroy the Clint with that attack. But that's fine, I guess.
Aye, aye.
Okay, we are going to be sprinting. I'm going to look to round this corner, but it looks like we can't quite do it. Because we need to cut these vehicles off. The Wraith jumps in over here. Fires on the stealth, does a little damage. But overall, that's not too bad. Okay.
I'm receiving you.
Gonna take the Panther out over this direction. And actually, we're gonna jump. And position it here. It looks like they are gonna go around the big loop.
Acknowledge.
Which is kind of convenient. That was a little unlucky.
Standing by.
We're going to jump the stealth somewhere around over here. Is this rear arc? It is. This would give us 3 evasive pips. The real danger here is actually that the Wraith jumps behind us and destroys the engine. We could simply vigilance, or we could jump for 1 evasive pip. We have our back to the wall here. And then we vigilance, and then attack this guy. And this should destroy this Clint.
Give it
Okay. The Clint is down.
target eliminated.
Excellent. These guys are going around the long way, which I do like to see.
Damage is minor, Commander. Standing by.
The Hunchback can sprint up over here. I would normally take this, but we'd almost certainly end up backstabbing the Panther. So instead, we could go here and attack the Sestrus. Our hit odds are going to be bad, but we can take a chance on it anyway. Yeah, we hit 1. Okay. Sestrus closes in, does a little damage to the Hunchy.
Reporting light damage.
Okay, SRM carrier, streak SRM. The Wraith has decided to not really do much. Which way is it facing? Away from our stealth.
Waiting for orders.
That's a little fascinating, actually, that it's decided to do that. We can jump the stealth to here and rear arc attack this guy. His rear armor is relatively thick, but we'll get through that in a couple of rounds.
Fire.
Okay. Now, these vehicles, of course, we need to see about getting in behind
Primitive.
and hitting them rear arc here. Okay, we did hit that PPC, so this Vedette is very close to dead.
I'm here.
And then we're going to sprint forward a bit with the Hunchy
Understood. Moving fast.
and do some damage to the Streak SRM Scorpion. Not much, apparently, but enough to expose some structure there. So that's good. They actually crit their own track propulsion there.
Systems holding.
Ooh, that actually hurt a bit. I wasn't expecting... Well, that was the Streak SRM carrier, wasn't it? Yeah, I think so. Okay, some damage to the stealth.
Orders.
Okay, our turn. Gonna move in over here,
Rolling.
and we're gonna go for the kill shot on the Vedette. And do we fire the ERPPC here? Maybe we mostly sink heat.
Firing on rear arc.
Okay,
Primary target is damaged, Commander.
that's a vedette
Keep it
down.
up.
Okay. Not too bad.
Light damage. Hold
Yes,
it
indeed.
firm.
And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll see if we can finish this off and see if we lost the Vulcan or not. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.